interest of the child. How is it in the best interest of the child to bring it back into a detention facility that doesn't even comply with Florence?
You can't just yank them out of a foster situation and transport them.
It's not that simple. Once they're taken away, it gets a lot more complicated. And so, look, there's a simple way of doing it, and the professor is exactly right. Release the parents, put them on the bracelet, give them an expedited court date. You still have border security, which we need, but you also have humanity, and you also have, families that are together.
And we were talking about this, and the professor mentioned 95% due return on in that policy. That happened.
Yeah, the frustration with catch and release is not based on this idea that people abscond from court. If they abscond from court, ICE has the ability to go get them. The problem is that we never gave them court dates. The Department of Justice, which administers...
So, are you listening to this insanity? Dershowitz just said, 4 to 5 days they should be mandatorily released. All these alleged children and reunited with their parents. First of all, it takes these people 2 to 5 weeks to just find out who the real parents are. We have no idea. They're overwhelming the border. This is a Democratic effort on the part of the Democratic Party to increase their vote stature. That's all this is. And that we as tax-paying Americans that have to obey the law and abide by the law should subsidize illegal lawbreakers. And it never seems to occur to these people. And so it becomes an equation of whether or not we build $3 billion holding sites for these illegals. We have to pay $3 to $5 billion to build facilities to house them until we can expedite them out of the country again. Or do we just inter them and let them go at intervals and just play forevermore Find Waldo? Right? Do you know what it costs? I'll tell you who loves it, though. Police, the overtime, deep state, pensioners. They love this crap. Because they don't pay for it, we do. See? So they tell you on one hand, they got to do something about entitlements, which is a euphemism for hang on to your 401k and your Social Security, while they piss our money away without our appropriation or our permission. It's our fucking money. So here's what you do, dummy, Christian, tax-paying Americans. I pick on you because Muslims and Hasidic Jews don't pay the taxes you pay. In the state of New York, Hasidic marriages are not recognized. Ergo, the husband, Schlerm, could be a diamond cutter, but Sadie, his wife, gefilte fish, under another name, collects full welfare bennies. Oh, and one little thing, they live in a $3 million house. And they pay no school or property tax. Same with the Muslims. But you dumb Christians, you stupid people who fight and die for America and pay your taxes, shut up and pay. See? Isn't that beautiful? So here's what I tell you. They don't obey the law. Just we don't obey the law. Don't pay any police tickets. Don't pay any fines. See, because the other thing is, if we release these people, 75% of them, if they have a bracelet, will turn themselves in. Do you believe that? When they run to a sanctuary city or a sanctuary state, do you believe that? Because I don't believe that. But that's okay, because we can hire more cops and ICE agents to go track them down. Then we'll tie up more courts, and then you'll have the ICE people fighting. The federales will be fighting the California government, right? And all the sanctuary city governments, like in New York and Philadelphia, where they want to have sanctuary cities. And all you have the right to do as a stupid American citizen, Christian, shut up and pay. Shut up and pay for our macabre, bizarre, perverted theater. That's all it is. It's theater. You just pay. We'll keep our party going. We'll keep giving ourselves raises, overtime, and tell you how much you need us. That's what they do. If you see something, say something. Oh, by the way, probably a lot of terrorists coming in, But don't worry, they'll blow up a few of you here and there, but you'll be fine. Oh, you got M13 raping your daughters? It's part of the equation. You live and die with it. So Trump's the only guy telling the truth about any of this. And they're painting him out to be everything from Simon Legree to Thomas D. Torquemada, right? And the real criminals, the criminals on CNN, the left-wing Bolsheviks that want to destroy America so they can fulfill their communist global agenda. That's what this is about, people. And I'll tell you, I've said this for 30 years, we should be killing them. Because if we don't kill them, they'll kill this country. And when you see the likes of Pelosi and Cartwright and all these douchebags of the left, the Chucky Schumers, boy, go see how negotiable he is on the border of Israel. They've turned Palestinians into prisoners in their own country. That was their country. I'm talking about Palestine. I'm very pro-Israel, but that's flat out wrong. So, but you see, when it comes to Israel, those left-wing Jewish senators, wow, do they speak a whole nother language about borders when it concerns the West Bank or how they treat Palestinians in their own homeland. Palestine is named after Palestinian Philistines. That's where the names come from. So, screw America, but not Israel. Isn't that great? It's sickening beyond words. And I'm pro-Israel. I don't want Israel negotiating its border. But God darn it, I don't want our borders negotiated either. So all you Catholic hypocrites like Cardinal Dolan, well, you know where you can go? With your priest that abuse altar boys, you know where you can go? Because that's where you're going. Don't tell my American-loving president, who venerates Christ, by the way, that we don't have the right to control our borders. You know what God said about having borders? Read about the Tower of Babel. He wasn't all big on ecumenical globalists. That's why he created separate tribes and languages. Know the truth and be set free.